Hey guys and gals, I am back. Toaskin, where have you been this whole time? A lot of things. A lot of just, I was moving between jobs, and just with all the updates coming out, it was just a lot. I was like, all right, let me wait on this. I got life and stuff to take care of, but hopefully, as I've said before, I'm gonna be able to try to come out with, more videos in between. I've noticed a fair amount of subscribers in the time. Thank you all. And that's why I'm like, I gotta start making more videos, and people are subscribing to me, and I haven't come out with a video in a while, so I gotta get this out. I gotta finish this. So here it is. Today we're gonna be talking about the Atomos, which is probably gonna be my new favorite secondary weapon after the beam update changes. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I would say maybe the one thing that I don't like too much about it is its ammo economy. You need some way to get ammo on this thing, or there will be other weapons that fare better, but in my test overall, I like how the Atomos works. So right now, we're going to take a look at the stats as well as the mods that I have on the Atomos here. I do use Ruinous Extension. It does help with how the Atomos works and how when it's hitting enemies, it'll actually chain to other enemies. So that is, I think, a must. It makes so you can shoot from further away, as well as it's going to extend to enemies a lot better. And that's why I just love this weapon. It's basically just kind of like a spraying weapon that just melts everything around you, as you can see from the video playing, as well as my tests. So in this little tidbit, what I am showing is the range that, chain reaction that it can do, as well as the armor tearing and the ability to just hit all of those enemies. There's so many numbers going on the screen, you just can't even tell what's going on. And this is just why I love the weapon. Being able to just spray it for a few seconds, take away that armor, being able to go in with something else, which I couldn't help but go in with my melee weapon. But there we go, right there. That was just one little test. Again, not really showing off much other than, how easily it can kill enemies. All right, so this is the test I did with the Askeletto. What we're going to show you is just the mods that I am using for it, and for comparison reasons, instead of just doing it and being like, girl, look at this. But this is what I'm using. What I had noticed when using, when comparing the two, is the Askeletto definitely wins out in ammo efficiency on single targets. Like, as you notice, if I go for headshots and, I can really, narrow out one person, it works very well. You're going to have a lot more ammo left over, and you're going to kill things a bit quicker with it compared to the Atomos. But the one thing but that's not going to happen all the time. You're not going to, always be in these situations where you're going to be able to just casually, unless you're using like a Zephyr, but that's not including any, melee enemies that are near you. But, there's not a lot of times to just casually aim and just go headshots. So I do go for, body shots here and there. I'm not trying to go for 100% precision, because I know that that's not going to be the case 100% of the time. And I was just doing it to get an idea of how well these weapons work. Because you see some tests, times where people, been like, oh, this weapon's really good. It's like a video where they are just, enemies are standing still and they're getting straight headshots, or they're in this getting straight headshots. So I wanted to have more of a kind of a balance of just body shots, headshots, just a combination of everything, just to see the ammo efficiency and the rate at which, it can kill in terms of speed. So at first I was thinking to myself, oh, I'm gonna compare how many enemies are alive, but I was like, that's dumb. I'm just gonna do this to let people, form their own opinion. Like I said, the Askeletto, very good. It's gonna have better ammo efficiency and kill rate, or maybe probably the same kill speed as the Atomos if going for headshots. But overall, the Askeletto is going to have the better ammo efficiency, just for how much ammo it takes to kill the enemies. But the Atomos will absolutely outbeat it due to just being able to hit multiple enemies and not all 30 enemies being heavy gunners. You know, you're gonna have a mixture of a bunch of enemy types, and that's what's going to make the Atomos, in my opinion, outwin in the end. It's just that chain of being able to hit multiple enemies. You're going for one, but it's killing a bunch of the other ones. So the ammo that you're, the Esqueletos beating over it in the usage, you're just basically getting back if you're using some type of ammo conversion. So I'll let the rest of the video play out as I kind of talk. If you like the video, please subscribe, leave a comment on what you'd like to see next. Like I've said in other videos, I will kind of outweigh what someone asks for if it's one that I knew I wanted to do. So I'm not saying if you post it, am I going to do it? Because I'm not like all these other guys that have every single weapon in the game. I've used every single weapon in the game, but I haven't made a way of keeping it if I didn't go to myself, okay, this is not worthwhile, unless it was like a weapon you can't get anymore, or it was something that I didn't really like. I don't have it. And I wouldn't feel like wasting time, showing a weapon where it's like, yeah, this is good, but hey, guess what? If you just try a little bit, you can get this weapon that's like 10 times better. And as you kind of see in the background, this was a kind of a bad test I didn't want to talk about. I was like, oh, how well can a group of enemies, if they were ganging up on you and you didn't have enough room, like how is it going to work with melee? That's kind of what this test was. Again, you can take it your own way. I was going to keep it out of this video, or not really use it as any definitive evidence, because I did feel it might have been a bit biased. So, but again, take your own opinion on it. But anyways, getting back to the, Warframe weapon suggestions. Guaranteed all Warframe, like if it's a Warframe you want, I'll do it. I do have a hard time with some of them. Like, I kept trying to do Titania. There's not a build that I feel like I really like for. I know there's other builds that people say are really good, but just nothing that fits the way I like to play her, or just one that I feel like is just good overall, that's not just situational. And as you guys know, I don't really like situational builds a lot, so there's that. But again, like and subscribe. Please don't feel bad about leaving any frame suggestions, or just commenting on what you like and what you don't like. It's gonna help me improve. So other than that, you guys have a good one.